Hello, how are you today? Happy Wednesday, July 31. The review of the Sabbath School lesson, rejection and reception. This is the third sandwich story in Mark. The mission of the 12 apostles is taking the message of Jesus everywhere, stands in sharp contrast with the imprisonment and the silencing of John the Baptist. By the way, I'm still preaching with my glasses, but my eyes are recovering. It's almost done. The black is almost gone. However, one or two more days, I have to preach after the horrible accident of Tuesday morning. And I'm grateful to God that I am alive. For the Spanish speakers that are listening to my daily podcast, I want to let them know that we're started a link. Underneath this English-speaking podcast, there's a link in Spanish. The same review of the lesson daily, on a daily basis. The same review, you're going to have a link. And the title of the little channel in YouTube is Agua del Pozo, water of the well. Agua del Pozo. That's my title for the Spanish. And the reason why I do it in Spanish is because I have three churches, three sermons, 2 churches, 3 services. And I really don't have the time. 2 hours back, 2 hours to Palmdale. So instead of doing that, I am sending the review of the lesson for my teachers and the students who want to review the lesson on a daily basis. English, Del Pozo Ministries. Spanish, Agua del Pozo. And here's the scripture for today. I'm going to read it. Mark 6:16. But when Herod heard, he said, "This is John, whom I beheaded. He has been raised from the dead." How many Herods are there? There's a whole bunch. Herod the Great, Herod Antipas. Who cares? I'm just going to give you 3. The 3 main ones in the Bible is Herod, the baby killer, the grandfather of Pilate, Pontius Pilate, the one who killed Jesus. That's number 1. Herod, the baby killer. Herod, the head chopper, the one who enjoyed beheading people. And number 3, Herod, the worm lover. The worm lover, the one who said, "I'm giving you the greatest speech of my lifetime." And the whole crowd says, "Voice of God, not of man. Voice of God, not of man." You know what happened? The worms came and ate him alive. There's 3. Today I'm going to talk about the second one. He doesn't think that Jesus is literally a resurrected John. John has been imprisoned, alive during the early days of Jesus' ministry. And John's body was buried without a head. This Herod believes that the power and authority that John had has been transferred to Jesus Christ. Just like Elisha inherited Elijah's power. Although Elijah was a great prophet, Elisha went on to do greater things than Elijah. Similarly, although John was a mighty preacher, he did not perform any miracles, while Jesus did more than could be recounted. He vanished all sickness from Galilee. He vanished all sickness from Israel. The lame and the crippled and the lepers and the dead and the blind. He vanished. I finished with the story. Okay? I'm going to use my own words in this story. An opportunity came one time when Herod on his birthday gives a banquet for his nobles, a banquet for his military commanders, a banquet for the leading men of Galilee. But when Herodias' daughter, Salome, comes in and she dances, she pleases Herod and his guests. This big party. And the king says to the girl, what a terrible thing to say, "Ask me whatever you wish, and I will give it to you. And I make a vow in front of my friends, in front of the dignitaries of my kingdom, whatever you ask me, I will give you, up to half of my kingdom." She goes out and says to her mom, "Hey mom, what should I ask. And the mother says, the head of John the Baptist. The story says that she comes immediately with a haste to the king. I want to give me, at once, I want you to give me, at once, the head of John the Baptist on a platter. The king is exceedingly sorry. Woe to me! Woe to me! I made a promise that I cannot keep. But because of the oath, because of his guests, he wasn't able to break his word to her. And immediately, the king sends an executioner with the orders to bring John's head. He goes in and beheads him in the prison and brings the head on a platter and gives it to the girl. And the girl takes the head on the platter and gives it to her mother. The disciples of John the Baptist come to Herod, requesting the headless body of John, and gave it a nice burial outside. I don't know who I'm preaching to right now, but maybe I'm preaching to someone who wants to stand for the right. Don't forget the story of John the Baptist. A man of God, a man who spoke the truth, but a man who received the consequences of speaking the truth. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord give you strength to stand up to the woes and the enemies of life. Because one day, John the Baptist will be resurrected and he will see Jesus Christ, his cousin, the one he baptized, in heaven and live with him for all eternity. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm going higher.